Hey everybody, I know you guys been waiting and stuff and it's blowing up. Like, where's the video? Where's the story time at? They shut me down. I don't know what happened with Facebook. I don't, they did this before with a video that I had posted, the comeback for Dada from his anniversary death. I posted it by my pool. You guys seen that in the daytime. I wasn't sure if they were going to let it go through, but they did release it later on that night. But so many people, it's hit me now like, what happened last night when you went into the jail with the murderers, the 187s? What happened? It's like this is a high demand right now. You guys see, I've requested it twice for them to release it. It's not happening, so I don't know why. But I'm going to make a real short one again and just tell you guys a little bit about it. Hopefully this one will go through. It was amazing. I just want to tell you guys that it was different. You can imagine, like I said, I've had a past, years ago. And I was a candidate for three strikes. Me and my brother were released. I believe that was in October of 1992 when we were both released. So it's been some time. And with both of us with three strikes. And before the end of the year, my brother was already on his way back. And they did strike him with the three strikes. He'd served about 27 and 28 years in Pelican Bay. I'm just gonna show you guys some pictures of my brother, low key, and he's not in a favorable situation right now. So this is low key. That's my baby brother that I missed it. So I'm well aware of a family member going away for life. My brother did not hurt anybody though. He didn't physically kill anybody either when he was sentenced to three strikes in San Mateo County. But they took him off the streets as a young man that did not have any children. And this is him actually at Pelican Bay serving his 27 years. And when he came home, it was about 5 years ago when he did come home. It was crazy that my brother came home and he looked at my daughter, my oldest daughter's daughter. Okay. And he said, dang, Sharonda got really big. And I had to explain to my brother, that's not Sharonda, that's Sharonda's baby. Because in his head, graduating, his time stopped. And I don't know if you guys can read that math back, what I just told you, that when my daughter left at about 12 years old, around that age, he assumed it that her now daughter that was an adult was her, but it was her child. And now my daughter was a grown ass woman. And so it has reflections of having bad moments because you have a memory lapse. And he was sitting there like confused. And it made me really sad, you guys. So I understand it. They were well aware why my visit was there on behalf of the deaths that is happening between the young black youth and young men. Lives are being taken rapidly, and I shared that with a story this weekend. I went to a friend's son's memorial for his birthday. He had turned 29 years old. He had passed away 3 years ago. And I could tell you it was bad. I took some pictures with some women and I had to do my math. I didn't know them but one. And when I took the picture, it was about six of us at least on a picture. And I said, our kids didn't know each other. I didn't even know these women. So if I'm taking a picture with these women, I was like, this is six caskets. I'm doing math now. And with that math, I said, dang, it was six shooters. Our kids don't know each other. This wasn't like, they came down and, they had sprayed out a party or something like this. This is individually deaths. And it just made me just sick to my stomach. Like, I was hurting. Just just visualizing the deaths and the trauma that all of us experienced losing our kids. And I was having a really hard time, so I was able to hold up without falling apart there because the family was a nice family that I had visit that day. Because I don't go to people's houses. My personality is real strong, so I like to be around people that I really know very well. So Like I said, I can count on one hand if I've ever even visited your house. It's hard for me to meet new people. I got a lot of trust issues, which come with abandonment issues. And so it's just hard for me to get relaxed. So, I've always opened my house up and, entertained at my house where I'm at, where my comfortable zone, so that's how I've always lived my life. But I could tell you guys, when I went in there, I drove up in there. I couldn't believe it. They like, oh, no, you're not parking your car right there. You're going through the gates. I said, the gates? The gates where? They was like up into the top with all the employees. I'm like, they not talking about me. They not telling me I'm getting ready, me, to go through those gates where I'm at in my time that I went in there with an orange jumpsuit, shackled. I'm just keeping it 100. So for me to drive through there and know for the first time I'm going to walk in free and walk out free, it's a feeling that you can't even experience. This is like something along the way in your life that you dream that will happen to you. And I passed this torch down to somebody else. But, God said, no, it's not for them. This is for you, Sonia. I want you to go. I chose you to go. I chose you an assignment, and you're going to take my assignment, and you're going to do the assignment. I went through those gates. I had Felicia meet me. We walked in, and, she said, you going to cry when you go in there? I said, no, I ain't going to cry. She said, you sure you ain't going to break down when you in there with these men? I said, Felicia, I ain't going to cry. I ain't built to cry because I know the code. See, I know the code because I've been locked up. You better not shed a tear. It's a sign of weakness. You don't get to cry in jail. You better not drop no tears and you in jail. It don't go like that. It's a whole different world. So I said, I'm ready. I said, but I tell you, I've been crying for the past 2 days. I cried a lot for the past 2 days. Y'all see my little lashes? They almost stuck together. So I cried. I cried for 2 days. I cried for my son and everybody else's son because I know I'm getting ready to go in here in a tank full of men that have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose when I go in there. And for one moment, I'm not getting ready to go in there with no rah-rah. And I know I'm locked in alone, me, Felicia, and I got about 27, almost 30 men in there that ain't got nothing to lose. They didn't already got sentenced, most of them, to a life sentence, 15 years, 30 years. So I already know. And then I got to think about how I'm going to go in, how I'm going to move with this conversation and open up this door where nobody feel like their toes is getting stepped on. Because I ain't here to knock nobody at all, down at all. I'm not coming at that angle. I'm coming at an angle where we need to stop this. We need to get better with our lives. Sometimes some of us, I know we sitting up in this room, they made a mistake. And so some of them, they going to take it to the grave. They going to feel like I'm going to lay down because I didn't make a mistake. Okay? You got to respect people's opinions in life. When you don't know their story, you got to fall back sometime. I don't know everybody's story. It's always a story to be told, and it's always truth to be told. So you just never know. I'm not here to be the judge. So I went up in there and she broke it open for me to be introduced. And the first thing I told him, I said, I don't want y'all to call me Miss Sonia at all because I'm Sonia, the one and only. I'm from the city. I'm going to open up that door right now. Born and raised from San Francisco. Raised basically in Hunters Point. That's where I'm from. But I touch both sides, all around the bay, from Sunnydale to Fillmore to Hunters Point. So I didn't hit all angles, and I've been good. See, with me, you got to have a good name that run behind you, and that's what I told them. Once you tart your name and taint your name, it's a wrap. It's who you are, and it's going to stick with you. I got a solid one on my back. I got a solid one on my back. So that's one thing I ain't never got to worry about when my name get ran through. 9 out of 10, what you hear about Sony, that's her get down. That's my makeup. Okay? I don't fall short on my name. I'm going to get my respect. That's one thing I earned. I earned respect, and it's going to be given to me. And if it's not going to be given to me, guess what? I'm going to take it because that's who I am. So I don't worry about that. Everybody ain't going to like you, though. Okay? So that's just the norm. Okay? But I got more love than I got hate, and that's what I do. I got more juice cards than probably anybody can ever have. From females to males. They not playing about me. Not a little bit. Not a little itty bitty bit. So I know where I'm coming from when I'm opening up this door with these males, these young men. And I walk into this room as quiet as a church house mouse. They sizing me up, but I'm sizing every individual one up. I'm sizing them up to the T. I'm like, ooh, this a cold world up in here, you know? Because I'm in here with a tank full of them, and they the monsters. And I know that because I know how it is to be a monster. I know how it is. I done been with monsters. I done been with monsters until I settled my life down and got into a 19-year relationship with my son that passed away father. I know how it is to have relationships with monsters because I used to be one. I was a menace myself. And when you don't have that upbringing from the right family members, two family members, one family member, when you don't have nobody that care about you, that's where it started. You guys, do you know that once I got in there and I opened that door up for them, we got there. I got there on a good note with these men, a real good note. They engaged with me, you know, and I've been doing this work for a long time. Like, see, I ain't one of them chicks that's coming up in that room and I don't know what I'm working with. I've been with mental health for 20 years. I'm a certified dialectical therapist. I went to training at Crestwood Behavioral Work where I worked there for 15 years as one of the directors on the hospital's boards. Also, they sent me into wellness recovery. So I'm already certified in that field as well too. So I know what I'm doing and I'm good at what I do. I've helped a lot of families out that had mental health issues and some of them lost it. And I was there for them. I told them what they needed to do. So now I'm here. I was amazed. You guys all know I turned my life over and gave that job away. And I decided to give back. And I work with the boys in the group homes. I give them love. I don't feel like I work as a counselor there. I provide love because God told me to go in there and let them know they matter. And that's what I do. They ain't got nobody that care about them, y'all. They don't. They don't have nobody that care about them. You know, and it scares me when they turn 18 years old. What we do, they graduate from the program. State ain't funding them kids no more. They go to the streets where they already came from. We can't be doing this with these programs. We got to make sure they good. We do. We owe it to them. We owe it to them to put them in the right training because we got to prepare them to get ready for society. And that's what's not happening. See, you got to get them in the right programs. That's why I like the program where I'm at because they do care about these boys. Our high rate, I don't want to say where I work at, is high. We get a lot of graduates that walk across that stage, you know, and it's crazy, you know, because sometimes I'll pull up on one of them when it's their birthday real quiet because y'all know how I get down. Everybody know me. No, I spoil your ass. When I love you, that's everybody. Sony ain't just got all these people loving her for a reason. I'm going to have your back when you get sick, when you go to jail, when somebody in the family die. I'm coming for you. I'm showing up. I just do that. It's just natural. If I got love for you, you always all right. That's just who I am. So I'll be like, what you want for your birthday? Because your birthday only come once a year, and I never had a birthday, y'all. I never had birthdays growing up. I never had one. I never had one. So I said, what you want for your birthday? And they be looking like they boys, you know. I'm like, tell me what you want for your birthday. Come on now. And they be like, a hug. I'm like, what? What you say? A hug. I say, did you just say you want a hug? They don't answer. I heard it. I'm like, wow. You know how that made me feel? My son is dead. They just want a hug. And he said, I ain't had nobody hug me. I can't even remember the last time I got a hug. That hurts. That hurts me right there. So I was amazed when I was there with these men as they start getting in a comfort zone with me. And Felicia was there to have my back. She sat right on the side of me. Made sure ain't nothing gonna jump off. That's what she gonna do, you know. She still know what she working with, you know. And then we got an issue. I got a son. And, you know, I ain't putting him a tag on him like he Billy Bad, you know. But he got a name on him. His name ain't that great, you know. Because he's the monster, you know. And some monsters don't get along. I'm going to keep it wrong. Some of the monsters, they don't mix. And they like, is that his mom up in here with us? Man, they, you know, some of them had to fall back a little bit. But in the midst of this monster situation that we dealing with, they say, dang, this Big's mama? Whoo, like, she just won. They like teen moms, Big's mom now. They like probably like, man, we can't even have a distraction with him no more. Because his mama, the way she getting down and coming, I mean, I aced it with him. I had them pulling up on chairs on the side of me, hollering at me with real shit. Like, y'all, this was amazing to me. Like, they was in a comfort zone with me. I'm like, what? I'm only there a little over an hour kicking it with them on some real shit. They was pulling up on the side. They wasn't being disrespectful like she cute or that. They knew I was somebody's mama. I'm an OG. I came in with that, letting them know. I came in letting them know I was a 3-strike candidate. I let them know I came from their world and I know what it is. I know what they up against. I know it's either take a life or get life. I know that. So I ain't here to beat anybody up in here. I'm just saying we got to come to a better conclusion of how this is going and what rate it's going. You know? So I had to share with them, you know, the real story. You know, like I said, I had a baby brother that got knocked down. You know, I said, look, first of all, it's a lot of telling in this world that's going on now. They get y'all stuck. They was like, I said snitching. They was like, woo. They turned up on that part, you know? Yeah, because woo, 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 woo. I'm listening to all of it. They got paperwork. They hollering names. You know, I ain't getting ready to go there, though. But they like, yeah, you know? So one raised his hand. He said, can I say something? I said, yeah, go ahead. Take the flow. He go, well, you know, snitching is different now. I'm like, okay, see, I've been a rider. You know, where I grow up, you know, with my people, snitching is snitching. So I'm trying to hear what he got to say out of respect. He go, well, now snitching has took over by telling the truth. We just tell the truth now, some of us. I said, okay, so we going to play that, right? Tell the truth. Well, see, where I come from this world. This world, solid men, okay? These real ones, okay? These the real ones, okay? We talking about monsters. Nah. These right here, they still standing. Strong, okay? So I don't know what you talking about, but they ain't folded and they solid, okay? This the weight right here, okay? This Frisco right here. So what you talking about, I don't go by that. Then we go with the PA. There they go. They solid. They don't fold. They solid. I'm mad I didn't get my Oakland ones because y'all got some real ones, okay? And you know I know that, okay? We ain't going to go there because I got some history that's deep there. But I didn't get to get all my stuff printed out, you know? And you know what I'm saying? And now I'm in the bracket now where I moved down and they really enjoyed that. Them goons. Y'all see y'all sons, some of y'all see y'all sons on there? Yeah, they came for me to make sure I was good. They wasn't playing when they came up, okay? So I got, you know, some pictures that I was able to come in and share with them. Prezi, my boy, he always come through for me. They loved him. You know, he got a family member up in there that was real happy to see him, you know, so on the pictures. So, you know, and then I had to share too. At the same time, this ain't no joke. We got to stop putting these babies in caskets. We got to get better with that. Because we mothers, like I said, I got one son standing. And that one that's standing right there with me, he on my front row. I don't appreciate being on the front row. My son ran back and helped somebody, and they want to know, well, why did you feel like when your son got killed, he should have had a casket too? They asked that question. And I told them, see, your thinking, that's where it goes off track. When you upset, it clicks off. It don't register. And that's what I was trying to tell them. As mothers, we only want to know 3 questions when we get that call: who, what, and why. That's all that matters. Who, what, and why. We don't care. We not thinking right. We not rational at all. We mad. We mad. We mad. We like results quick, So it get all bad and it can get ugly. Even with my son. Do you know that he lost his mind almost when he heard his little brother got killed? Can you imagine that we was going to be in war in Vallejo where my son was raised from kindergarten? Y'all see all that? That's Vallejo. They come for Dada. Ain't a hair on one of their heads going to get hurt. Not if I could lay on it. Not when I know my son didn't have a bullet on his name. Not one hair. Because I've been there too. I'm auntie. I'm auntie. Ain't nothing happening to them. And that's on God. So I had to stay, get they thinking right. Because I got scared and I got nervous. I said, oh, shit. This getting ready to get ugly out here in Vallejo. I got to calm this down. I had no choice. Because they was fired up. And sometimes I get slow a little bit. So when I was at Dada funeral, I was toe up though. But when I seen them take the casket out, I said, damn, what is going on? Like I thought I was tripping. When they started moving the casket, to roll Dada out to his glass hearse. I said, damn, why they all got backpacks on? Everybody had a backpack on or side bag. You know what that meant? See, a lot of, the white folks, they listening to me right now. They talking about, what is she talking about? Well, since y'all don't know that part, they was ready for combat. Right in the church while they wrote my son out. I was like, damn, this shit is really serious, y'all. I was stuck, because I thought I was tripping. I was like, what is all these backpacks and these what is going on? And I had them clean. I made sure everybody carried out Dada in a suit, a bow tie, click-clacks. One of them tried to come fall through there with some Air Forces on. Get on out. You out. We did it very classy. So when I was in that room with them, they started sharing with me something that hurt me, y'all. A majority of that room with them 26 or guys or something like that. I didn't do a head count. Y'all, they was all from group homes. All those, they started naming Ron, the ex-police officer. I remember Ron. I remember him. He had the group home down in Vallejo. They started naming them. I didn't ran through a lot of them. I've worked a lot of them myself. So I was just like, wow. He had one named after his mother, Mary's. Y'all know Ron? Yeah. So a lot of them, had been in group homes, and then one sat on the side of me. He was like, man, I just did for 14 years, fresh out. He said, I'm fresh out, 14. Now they want to give me 15 more. I was like, wow. He said, yeah. He said, I'm a crack baby. He said, I was born, my mother, my father was both drug addicts. I was a crack baby. He said, and I was beat on by my mother. He said, I was beat. I never had a chance. Never had nobody felt like I was loved. He said, you know what? He said, they brought me to the church one day. It was my mother's funeral, and I sat on the front bench. He said, I didn't drop one tear when my mama died. And y'all know how that made me feel? As a mother, so I couldn't do anything but accept that situation like, wow. And that's what we got to do. These kids out here, like I said, this is the start. This is the start of what happens when these kids ain't feeling loved. These is our new killers. These is our new monsters. And this is where this is coming from. So we mothers over here, they put all this work in to have these wonderful children and these good kids and stuff like that. Sometimes the monsters come and they don't know no better. Because ain't nobody taught them how to love or care about nobody. They don't know the tools that they need to use for life skills to make it to be a better person. Like I said with Dada, I would go pull up, I would go buy the bin, I would go buy the Gatorades, the couple noodles. I would fill up his bags with all his favorite beef jerkies that he liked, all the whole stuff. And I would take him around to jobs. I would sit out there while he went in there and did interviews. I wanted to be a good mother because my son had graduated from high school now, and it left him like, well, what's next? They lost. They still need your help. It don't stop even when they graduate or even not graduate. You still got to be there as a parent. And if you don't think that you owe them that, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong when you turn your back on your seed and you forget about them. It don't go like that. That's not how we moving. We still need to help them. Because now I'm in a room with 25 or over men, some not even going home where I'm sitting at today. A lot of them talking about 15 years, 30 years. We talking about I'm in a room with young men that's 18 years old. The oldest one was 41, and he wasn't even supposed to be in that room. It was supposed to be cutoff time for 34 years old. These is young men. Everybody in there was not black either. So we not going to make this always a Black Lives Matter. Because right now I'm in the group home, and that's what tickled me when somebody said, yes, I'm glad you doing the work for our black brothers. Well, right now, in my house, it's all white. Okay? It's all white boys right now. I'm going to keep it 100. And you know what? I don't see no color with them. I'm going to keep it real. I don't see no color with them. Ain't no color on them. That's just how I moved, though. When I left there, they had a new admission, and I come on at midnight. I was like, y'all want some Slurpees? I'm out of pocket, y'all. Guess what? Miss Sonia ran down there. 7-Eleven closed early, 5 minutes to 12. I know I got to get off shift because the guy got to leave at midnight. And they closed. I had to run over to the AM, PM. They sliding all down the side, the Slurpees and all that. Because ain't nobody going to do that. I want them to grow older and remember, damn, I remember meeting a lady that cared about me. Do you know when I went to Crestwood how many people came looking for me through the years, them kids? They don't forget you. They don't forget who loved them. And y'all, we got to get better. Because when we get better with treating people that people then gave up on and giving them some hope, they become better people. And it works. You can do a 360. I didn't see my son since Dada died. Now, all his problems don't go away. But Lil Biggs, I'm proud of my son, y'all. He has done a 360. He's doing well. And he a great father. A great father. I'm proud of that. I'm telling you. I had birthed my son. I had a son that was taken from me, Lil Biggs. Yeah. Took him right out of my arms. And like I said, I ain't never did no drugs, smoke no weed, drink alcohol. Anybody that know me will tell you. I ain't never had nothing in me. But I was getting money. And it cost me. It cost me. That life, it cost you. But I didn't have nobody training me. Because I had brothers and sisters I had to take care of. So I learned how to hustle. I learned how to make money real quick and real fast. Being broke, I don't know broke days. I'm going to go get some money. I'm going to turn a flower into something. I'm just going to do something. I'm going to make it happen. That's who I am. I'm a go-getter. I'm going to put it together. I'm going to make something happen. I always have. I ain't worried about what somebody else got or how somebody is making this over here and making that over there, because I've always been good at what I do. I think a lot. I think a lot. That's what I do. I think a lot. And I think long term. I never think short term on nothing. You know? So with these kids, we gotta be there for them, you guys. Because I left a room full of young men that don't have no future no more. And that's because we gave up on them a long time ago. It's our fault. I don't care what nobody say. They was already all toe up a long time ago before it even got to this. But nobody stepped in and even tried to save them. Even the group homes they probably was placed in, you know, they get some fat ass checks. Okay, I don't even want to talk about how much money that's going across the board. And sometimes it ain't in the good best of hands. You know, we got to do better. And that's why I take my job serious about what I do. I'm not giving up on these young men. They offered me to come back. I was paid to come in there. And not only there, I left there with them telling me, you know what? We getting ready to write you another check for you to take care of your boys and go have some fun with them. I'm looking like, what? God is good. When he know your heart is genuine, that's what happened. I didn't expect that. They like, and we want you to come back. I felt bad when I was walking out that door and they was ahead of me and they all came and they gave me the dap. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. That hurt, you know? And I know they up against it. You know, of course, a lot of them told me I didn't do it. They was on me. What was I supposed to do? You know, I heard them stories, but I wasn't there for that. I wasn't there to be their judge, because only God can judge them. That's out of my hands. All I could do is tell them and encourage them what we need to stop doing. Because like I got one son left. Just one. One king. That's all I got left. And my one king I got, his life he's living, so you tell me, he got a mother that's worried. And I'm going to be worried. I'm going to be worried. Because you could get it any moment. It don't go away. And that's what's bad. And that's why we got to stick together, you guys. We got to stick together. I can't do this by myself because I lost Dada. Because Dada not coming back. He ain't coming back. Never, ever. He not coming back. So I need y'all. I need y'all to help me, for real. I need every able body to get at me and let's put something together. Because walking out of that room, we done buried a lot of sons already. And we done lost a lot of sons that's going up in them cages that ain't never coming home. So to me, we lost both ways. We ain't won at all. Ain't no winning. Even if that person that killed my son got life, I want y'all to know that's not my win. And that's on God. That ain't my win. because I want my son back. I want my son back. I want my son back. That ain't my win for me. It's just not. So we got to get better. We got to get better. And we need to work on it.